Welcome back, guys. This week is Verotik week on the PGH Zombie channel. Old PZ got a few books in the mail. But this is actually my second take of this video. The first take was basically me trying to open packages up. It basically looked like a monkey humping a football, you know. So I think I'm done with trying to open packages on the video. I might still do it just in case something turns up wrong with the thing I ordered, but no more me fumbling around with a freaking envelope. But like I said, I received 2 packages, a couple Verotik lots with one additional book that fits really really well with the Verotik book, so I don't think you'll be disappointed. But before we get to all that, let's get to our 2 from the tomb. As I've been talking about for like the past 2 weeks, I've been going through my collection, sorting stuff, and I came across some books that I was like, yeah, I'll probably never give these books away. I'll never trade them. I'll never sell them. And one of the books is The Joker #1. I'm not sure if I told this story before. I may have, but when I think it was 1988, 89, so I was like, 13, 14 years old. I saw this book on display. It was like in the back, on the back wall. Yeah, because the movie was coming out or just came out, so it was like considered, I guess, a hot book back then. And I ended up putting it on layaway. It was $20, and the owner of the shop, back then, man, everybody was pretty cool about stuff, you know. All these shops get a bad rap about how they weren't welcoming and stuff. A shop let me put this on layaway that was $20, and I paid it off $2 at a time. So when I hear that stuff, I just like, I'm sure there were certain creeps out there and, a-holes and stuff, but I mean, to let a 13, 14-year-old kid do a layaway program was pretty badass. Try doing that now and you'll get laughed right out of the store. And I don't understand why they don't have layaway at stores sometimes. The worst that could happen is the owner gets to keep the money that's already put down on it. I understand if it's a hot book, but as we've seen in the past, how long do they last as hot books? Yeah, but this is The Joker #1. I'm surprised it's in this good condition. I've been able to keep it in this really decent condition. It's always had this one little, see if we can get that to focus there. That one little corner right there, but other than that, I mean, this book is basically the way I bought it all those years ago. So, is there any books that you'll never trade or sell? I want to hear about them. Put it down below. Next up on our 2 from the tomb is DC and Marvel present Batman vs. the Incredible Hulk. Now I want you to think back to the, what is this came out originally, I think, probably the 1980s. So I want you to think back and picture what you would think what a DC and Marvel presents Batman vs. the Incredible Hulk would be. I want you to think real hard about that, and it's probably accurate what you're thinking. So this is it's a good story. I enjoy it. There's a couple. We'll go to the fight scenes. That's what everybody wants to see, anyways. So you can see this Batman versus the Hulk. Yeah. Good couple pages worth of intercompany, or is it intercompany or outer company battles? But I have the actual trade paperback that has the DC Marvel crossovers. The Superman Spider-Man one, the Teen Titans X-Men, Batman vs. the Hulk. So I read this many years ago, and it was just nice flipping through it. I ended up picking this up, I think, a couple years ago. It was under $4 or $5. I know I didn't pay that much for it, so that's because the only reason I picked it up because I already owned it on trade paperback. But what's cool about this is Dick Giordano and Al Milgrom going back and forth with Jose there, and he talks about, like, they didn't think the Hulk was menacing enough, how Batman looked really good. I'm basically on the second part there, and it's basically the evolution of the cover is what it says right there. So I thought that was pretty good, and then it shows where they all agree what would become this cover right here. I'm not sure if the original one was the like the magazine size, think black label size, treasury edition size, or if it was always this, because I don't own the original. Like I said, I own this version. It's like almost like a milestone millennium edition or whatever, and I own the trade paperback, but I wonder if it's like a larger size, so I'll have to look into that. And as I said, this is Verotik week on the PGH Zombie channel. If you're younger than 18, you shouldn't be watching this. You shouldn't be watching this channel anyways. Where your parents at? But I got two lots of books. A couple of these I already own, like this one right here. This is Satanica versus Morella's Demon, issue number 2 with the Simon Bisley cover. Figured, what the hell, I'll just keep it, because, you know, you can't have too much biz. Like Elbow says, nobody beats the biz. I can flip through some of these. I can't really show a whole hell of a lot because they get pretty graphic. Lots of violence and other things. You know, for a newer book, I probably wouldn't keep this if it wasn't something I really collected. Like I said, I already got a copy that's, you know, really nice condition. This is the other book that I already own. It came with the same lot, and I figured it was cheaper. I got 7 books for $25 shipped. So, but yeah, tax probably 26 something. It all equaled out, like what I wanted to pay per book. So these were nice throw-ins. And like I said, I already have this Satanica book. It's issue number 9. This, I believe, is a fan cover of Weird Voodoo, issue number 3. I don't know. I only own one other book of this, and issue number 4. Got the Papa Shango look to him. It's Papa John. These books, I don't recommend them if you're easily offended, easily squeamished, you know. So you've been warned. Especially with these books coming up. So I also trying to complete this run. I'm trying to complete a lot of runs in the Verotik line up here. But Verotika, this is issue number 2 with the Simon Bisley cover. A lot of stuff I can't show in this one, so I'm not even bothering opening it. Especially this issue. This is the most, probably one of the most infamous, one of the most controversial issues. And this is issue number 4. It has the highly controversial story, A Taste of Cherry. Actually got 2 people arrested in Oklahoma. I believe they were either the owner or worked at Planet Comics. I guess the cops came in, bought this issue, and they got felony charges for selling obscene materials. I'll leave a link down below. You can read the story for yourself. It's one of those books the Comic Book Defense League actually had to get involved with it. I won't go into detail, but again, if you're easily offended, might want to go play with your Peter Parker. Gotten the Inquisitor with another Simon Bisley cover. The Biz does great work on these books, man. He's just, think when he doesn't have to do like mainstream titles, he really gets to do what he really wants. Here's a great cover. Morella presents Verotik Returns, and this is issue number 3. I believe this is also the a fan cover, a fan club cover, I should say. So a lot of these books, when they're released, they get the cover A like a lot of books do, and they usually have maybe 1 or 2 extra variants. So I'm actually trying to get a lot of those too. It's one of the few comic book lines, their series or whatever you want to call it, that I collect variants. So this is part of the that 7-book deal, and this is what sealed the deal for me. This is Verotik. Morella presents Verotik Returns, issue number 4, and as you can see, it's signed. So I've been talking about it, and I think I'm going to probably do in the upcoming weeks here. I'm going to try to get some of these verified, the Glenn Danzig signatures that I have. I mean, I have stuff that I got signed by him personally, and this looks pretty legit compared to what, you know, I've seen before. The autograph pretty much lines up. The only bad thing is it's got, you can see that crease right there. But I don't care. It's going to be one of those books, especially if I can get it verified. This next one here I have, it's Morella Presents Verotik Returns. It's actually another fan club cover, and it's for the same issue that was shown before there. It's Verotika Returns, issue number 4. See if we can open one of these. I haven't opened in too many of these. I think let me see if I can find a page I can show you. Without being kicked off YouTube, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Just kidding. Yeah, I think I've shown some of these before. Mortiana. I feel like there's a lot of companies that have sort of that. I'm not sure, 100% sure if it's Mexican or, you know, Central America, but with this Day of the Dead look, which I think is awesome, man. I should look more into that. That's cool. We got Morella in the same makeup. And of course we got Change of Face, where she cuts off the faces. But those were my Verotik books. Like I said, I got 7 of them in one lot, and I got 2 of them in another lot. But the other lot, I ended up picking up Faust that I needed. This is Act 9, issue 9. Take a look at this real quick too. At least I can show a little bit of this. You can see the inside if you've never seen anything in here, but you see Tim Vigil's art. That was my haul, man. This has been a long time making. So I won't be doing comic book haul for another either 4 or 6 weeks. But don't worry, when I come back, I already have more Verotik books in the mail coming. So my first video back with comic book haul, so will be definitely more Verotik books. If you enjoy this content, man, sub it up if you're just visiting. Actually got a chance to stop at the local comic shop. Stopped at 2 of them. One was having a sale for buy 2 new books, get 2 free. They were in an anniversary sale. So this is one of the books I have. This is Hulk Annual number 1. Bought it because it was previewing the next Incredible Hulk number 1, and you'll see why in a second. So everybody and their mother's been telling me, PZ, check this out, check this out. This Hulk number 1. So it's apparently it's going back to the horror. And I flipped through it a little bit. I didn't get a chance to read it, so this will probably be, and maybe I'll do a Wednesday vid or something like that, talking about some of these books. But yeah, this was like, okay, this looks like a return to form. So if you've read this, let me know what you think. Picked up Danny Ketch Ghost Rider issue number 2. Looked through this a little bit too. Looked like we got a comeback here, or blackout. I enjoyed the first issue, so I figured I'd give this one a chance. And plus, I'm a huge Danny Ketch fan. And one of the free books I picked up was Deadpool Bad or Blood, Rob Liefeld book. It looks like everything you would want out of a Rob Liefeld book. Lots of action, lots of posing, lots of guns going off, lots of claws that but yeah, I was interested in reading that. I figured I'd pick it up. I haven't picked up a Deadpool title in a while. Another book I picked up off the shelf. This was at my LCS where I pick up my pull list. I picked up Dominatrix. You know damn well this is going right in the center of my thumbnail. So Jim Balent did the cover for this one. It's from Gene Simmons. So you Kiss fans might want to pick it up. Riggs, I know you probably already have this book in your collection. If not, you'll probably definitely getting it for the Jim Balent cover. Let's see, did I pick anything else up? Oh yeah, I picked up this one. This was another off the shelf. Night Terror's Batman. Looking through it, I'm not going to buy them all. I'm just buying Batman. I'm going to buy the Superman one too. That's coming out. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but I guess these ones are coming out next week. The Robin versus Nightmare Robins. So, Nightmare Detective. I'm not sure when these are coming out, but I figured I'd buy this one because I was flipping through it and I was like, oh, this looks pretty sick. So, but I thought the Superman one too. I think I showed it a couple weeks ago. It looked pretty cool. But for $5, I mean, it's a little pricey to go trying to buy all of them. I mean, I think there's a total of like 20 of them or something, and you have to buy it's issue 1 and issue 2. I think Convergence. From my pull list, actually, I got Spawn issue 343 and King Spawn issue number 23. Still enjoying both these series. I just don't know how well, that's pretty cool. I just don't know how well these are selling, because I think my shop gets like 1 or 2, and most of them are for the pull list. So I'm hoping at least Gunslinger sells, so if you're not buying that, please buy that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you get a chance, please go down and check these channels out down below. Some people have been making content a lot weekly, so check out a couple of those channels, and check out the channels that haven't been posting in a while. Maybe subscribe to them, we'll bring them back. Leave a comment on their video, but definitely check out Big Elbow, Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, Mr. Rigor Mortis, Sequential Geek, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, 666 I think just put out a new vid. I gotta check that out. The Comic Collector, I think I recommended his Superman vid. Definitely check that out. He's been putting out some killer stuff too. He's a cool dude. So, but yeah, if there's anybody else you think I need to put on this list that strictly just comic book fans, you know, I'm not looking for hype masters or anything like that. I'm trying to get a list of people that are just hobbyists. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. I'm not sure exactly what video I'm putting out. I got a couple in the chamber, but Comic Book Call will be back in 4 to 6 weeks. Thanks for watching.